Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the second episode in the series Learning PopOS. In this video, we'll be learning how to set up PopOS in a virtual machine. This is to help you learn PopOS while using Windows. So first, open PopOS website. I'll link everything in the description below. Now click on download. You'll see we have two options. You see here we have two options, PopOS 20.10 and PopOS 20.04 LGS, which stands for long-term support. I prefer 20.04 because more software will work on it better. Okay, I'll choose that. You see here we have two options, download 20.04 LTS and download 20.04 LTS NVIDIA. This is according to your graphics card. It won't matter too much because we're running in a virtual machine, but I advise you to choose the right one now to not need to re-download the ISO file. So if you have an NVIDIA card, you're gonna download that. And if you have an AMD or an integrated graphics card, choose the LTS. Hit download and then OK. You see here the language is a bit different. This is because my computer is set up on a different language, but you will have the same steps. So click on OK and it will start to download. After you have done that, open VirtualBox website. The link will also be in the description. We'll choose Windows hosts and then save file. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to restart the machine, then clicking any of these buttons according to your motherboard type or your laptop type. This will open your BIOS configuration. After entering the BIOS, look for the VTX option if you have an Intel CPU and enable it, or the AMD V option if you have an AMD CPU. After we have done that, open your downloads folder. Double click on the file that we have just downloaded for VirtualBox. You'll hit next. You can read the options if you want, but they are good as they are. Next. Yes. Then install. Then yes. And then finish. You see here we have VirtualBox. Okay. This is my other virtual machine for the Arabic series. So what you're going to do, you're going to press on new and then type the name. I'm gonna name it PopOS. You can choose the machine folder. The default one is the VirtualBox VMs, which is located in the user folder. On top you have to choose Linux. On version, choose Ubuntu 64-bit. This is because PopOS is similar to Ubuntu. Then next. This is to choose the allocation of RAM to your virtual machine. The recommended is above 4 GB, but as low as 2 GB will be alright. And not higher than half your system memory. So for here I'm gonna choose 8 GB. Then hit next. Then create, then next. Dynamically allocated, this will make the drive expand. This is not to consume a lot of space of your drive if your VM doesn't need it. Then next. This will be the maximum allocated size for the virtual machine. You could have this as much as you want. Just make sure you have left some for your system and you're not below 4 GB to have some space for installing programs. I recommend about 20 GB if you just want to test PopOS and learn it, then create. Before we start, we have to open the settings, so make sure you have chosen the VM, then settings, open system, choose processor. This is how much CPUs the VM is allowed to use. I advise more than 2, but this is dependent on your hardware. Now open display. This is video memory. It's okay, it doesn't matter. I usually make it as high as I can, which is 128 megabytes. Storage. This is important. Here the control IDE. Click on the CD icon to add the optical drive. Now we're gonna click on add, then choose the PopOS ISO that we have downloaded from the PopOS website. Click on it and then click on choose. On network, I advise to use a Bridget adapter. This is to make the VM use its own separate local IP and not share the same network with the host. But NAT is fine. Okay, now we press OK, click on start. Then we click on start and wait for it to boot. After we have booted, you could just close these notifications. Doesn't matter for us now. Drag this tab so you can show desktop of PopOS, and then right click on this picture of the desktop and then press on display settings. Click on resolution and choose a higher resolution and then apply. Then keep changes. Now drag it again and close the window. You can drag this window here. Select your language. For this tutorial I'll choose English. Type the language. The keyboard layout. Here we're gonna do a clean install, then clean install. Choose the drive. This is the virtual drive that we have made earlier. Then erase and install. If you want to encrypt, you could choose choosing password, but this will make your system slower. I don't advise it for learning, but if you need to have your system secure, then choose a password is the right option for you. For now, I'm going to choose don't encrypt. After you're done, click on shutdown and wait for it to shut down. Then click on settings, choose storage and click on Pop! OS image, and then on the X. Remove disk from virtual drive, then click OK, then start. You're gonna wait for the machine to boot. I'm gonna click on next, then next. Okay, this is the location services. Next. Here you can choose your time zone based on your location. Then next. Connect to if you want to connect with Google or other accounts. I don't use it personally. Then skip. Here you're going to type your full name. The username here is going to be used in the terminal and the other things. It doesn't have to be the same as your full name. I personally like it to make it short. Then next, you're going to choose the password. Then next, then start using Pop! OS. Wait for it a bit. Okay, now here we're going to right click and then display settings. Choose a higher display resolution. Then apply. Keep changes. As you see here, there's a weird thing going on with the display resolution. To fix this, we're going to click on devices, insert gas edition CD image. Okay, here it appeared in the VM. We're going to click on 1. You're going to type the password, wait for it a bit, then click on return or enter to close the terminal. Then we're going to restart the virtual machine. We could do that by clicking here on the X, then choosing power off the machine, then OK. We can open again the VirtualBox tab. You can start the VM again. You're going to choose the user, type the password, press on right Ctrl F to enter full screen mode. This will give you the right display resolution for your screen and you're not gonna have any weird issues. Now we're done. In the next episode, inshallah, we will learn the basic usage of Pop! OS. For now though, we're going to have to shut the machine. To exit full screen mode, right Ctrl F, then hit on the X here, and then power off the machine. Okay, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the notification bell. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions for any future content, put them down in the description below. Assalam.